May I invite the collation officer for Orumba North local government. Orumba North local government, please come along with the electoral officer for that local government. Orumba North local government, please.
Vice Chancellor, other distinguished personalities on the high table, let me stand on the existing protocol. My name is Dr. Michael Takum Otu. I'm a senior lecturer, Faculty of Law, University of Calabar, and head of Department of Industrial and Commercial Law. My national assignment was in Orumba North area as a collation officer. My experience, I would say, was very pathetic, but I thank God that I'm alive. To be very frank to you, I want to categorically and unequivocally tell you that there was no election, to the best of my knowledge, and with the evidence I'm going to buttress here. I beg briefly. The election.
Can we know the total registered voters and the number of
the total acclaimed voters. Registered voters, yes, acclaimed registered voters was 93,608. 93,608 with 18 polling units.
3,000, just 3?
93,608.
608.
With 18 registration unit.
Can you present from your result sheet what happened?
Yes, but from the number of registered voters from the result sheet, like I said, 93,608, 93,608 is what we collated, although I signed this document under duress. Under duress. I don't believe in it. It's not my will. There's no consensus at them. There was no meeting of the mind between myself, the electoral officer sitting here, the assistant collation officer who I thought was to work with me. I rather saw that I was surrounded by enemies who brought talks to kill me. I want to briefly, without taking much of your time, my case is very short, and I want to break it into 3 segments, and with particular of the offenses and breaches. The first, I'm going to discuss briefly on police crisis that took place there. Then I will further go on the issue of beavers issue, that is the use of the beavers issue. And lastly, I'm going to discuss on mutilation of almost all the score sheets. And these facts, I will buttress them with the blind, the deaf can see. First, let me go on the police crisis. As we got there, there was apparently avoidable, everywhere was calm. Suddenly, the electoral officer seated here asked the vote, whether the presiding officer, the voter, they should come to the police station. I mean, to come to the area unit, collation area unit, and do the election there. Everybody, election virtually took place there. And one other agent, when I got to know an agent, one of the came there and was shouting that the people are waiting, there's nobody, why did they take the materials down here to come and do the election? I was there, I didn't know actually what was happening. But not so long, I was with her in her office. I saw there was heavy presence of police all around. Some of them who they did the election from wherever, they came for their money. She refused to pay them their money. Despite the fact that the money was there. And I told her, I said, Madam, if the money is there, give them their money. Why not give them their money? They are endangering our lives. I told her, and she would have never been killed as well. I thought initially she told them that the money is with the DPO. That she has given the DPO their money. Then the people say they know her. One of them said, Ogana lie you. I said, I still have given the money. Said the money is with her, we know her. They insisted, behold, she brought out the money. After I told her, I said, Madam, if the money is with you.
Collation officer, you are telling us that you signed a result.
Okay, let me go to you.
But you do not believe in the result signed.
Yes, I signed the result. I did not believe in the result. So let me
sign the result
under Duress, threat and coercion.
Okay.
Coercion.
So please, do you have a report?
Yes.
Have you made any report?
As I came, although I've been so traumatized, I couldn't really go into the details, but skeletally I've made some fact-finding about the result of my case. It's buttressed, everything is summarized here. I have evidence. Even the police who came with her can show that it was under Duress. If they call some of them, they could find how they surrounded me the whole night. After I've been tear-gassed by her, that cost me the room, I almost collapsed for about 15 minutes. And as a BP patient, from that 1 o'clock since yesterday today, I've not eaten, I've not drank water. And she herself, after the tear gas, they broke and smuggled her into the toilet and locked me. I remained in the tear gas. The police have locked her the door out until their police people broke the place and smuggled her and ran to her car. While I ran with her, following, thinking I would be secure, the police people had popped gun and they stopped me. They said, but if not, my saving grace was that I didn't know some 2 policemen as they followed me.
Okay. I didn't have a special case. Okay. So can we have your report? Can we have...
Wait, let me...
Can we have... He gave his name before. He said his name before he started. Your name again, collation officer. Your name again.
I said, I'm Dr. Michael Otu, O-T-U. Otu, yes. So, the police crisis ended, and luckily I called our mother here who brought us. I said, Mom, I'm endangered. I'm about to be killed. And I think she put a call across, then they put more security. And after that, we started the process. She called me that after a long time that she was...
Okay, can we have you submit...
Now, let me submit to the main case. Now, let me go to the Beavers issue. The Beavers issue, the EO here and the assistant collation officer prevented me, in collaboration with other supporting staff of INEC, which they were using, and agents, from having access to most of the malfunction of most of those Beavers area where they brought results. For instance, the particulars now and facts. For instance, in polling unit in Ofama 2, 011 and Ofama 2, 012, with reckless impunity.
You don't have those information in your result sheet. You don't have the information in your result sheet.
I have them
what
there.
You are reading there now.
No, I have them. They are next there. They wrote, they counseled the result. It's here. They attached. They wrote that they have counseled. I wish he's there. He said he can defend himself. The collation officer, the assistant collation officer, who is using a laptop. because he said he has counseled those results. And I said, well, those results, it's mostly where APC will counsel them. The facts are here. We attached the letters there. So 2 polling units. Not only that, we went further.
Okay, if you have your result and the petition and the form EC40 that you have.
EC8B, I want to notably, mutilation of those results too occurs in 14 of those for EC8B, where we are supposed to compile ours. They are all here attached. 14 in all those cases. So if you check the registration of 14, that is EC8B. Please, somebody can help me bring it out, if possible. Is there here? Bring them out. Bring them.
Please just submit all that you have.
Yes, I'm going to submit
all that you have.
Wait. No, leave that one. Leave that one. Take this. So that there, and the one I put is EC8B, Oko Ndiko Leonu area, Oko area what? Abu 2 area, Awa area, Amopala, Amogo area, Nduku, Okwezu, what? Diowu, Nanka 2, Amatiti, Ajaliu, Ufama, Nanka, Ubu, Oko area. 14 from EC8B were all mutilated. And the collation officer and her assistant collation officer insists that they must enter those results. And he enters it. In fact, I became his boy in that place. He subjected me to a house boy is even an understatement. At the point, the chairman of that local government came in. And when she came in, she said, she's here, if she doesn't deliver, the party should lose her job. She came to me first that she wants to snap. I said, what? Have you snapped? We are still working on it. And she made me very uncomfortable. Even if I cannot go out to even ease myself. They were monitoring me if I move to even ease myself, but if they move, nobody monitors them. Even when I was in danger, and the major came to discuss with me, they walked out to meet him and ordered me back. And the major now told me I should be careful. And at that point, I surrendered to all the mutilation, and anything they say I do, because I saw my life was in danger. That's why I signed the result. That's my case without taking away.
All that you signed and all the documents you have?
Yes, the result that I signed, that I did not be signed. Even when the assistant commission officer, he brought his own form in the computer where he was using. This one started with. His one started with number of registered voters first, and mine was, while this other one here, the authentic one, started with number of registered accredited voters. So he made me, when I started copying fake information, when I discovered it, I now told him, I said, this, I cannot continue. They insisted. I said, let me call my colleague. I called Professor Odra, who gave me a hint that I should not change or mutilate, that these are things that are already set. I said, they're telling me tomorrow. And I told her, I said, look, my colleague.
I think we have heard enough of your stories. Collation officer, let's have the documents.
These are the documents.
Thank you. Let's have the documents. Okay. Thank you. Observations?
Yes.
Comment? Yeah, please go on.
Thank you, Prof. Let me start by saying that this collation officer, his long story, upset everybody here. Look at the results which he collected, and he said he signed it under duress.
Just a minute, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we're putting our heads together. So if you won't mind, sir.
Yes.
If you won't mind, can you just sit down for a while? I'll call you back.
For a while? Okay.
Yeah, just for a while. You know, the collation officer has told us his story, bordering on threat to life, signing under duress, a lot of allegations made, and directly accusing the EO that was supposed to work with him. So I want to ask the EO
yes,
to say something.
Very good. I was to come to it.
EO, please. Please, permit me to stand on this distance protocol. My name is Comfort Omorinye. Comfort Omorinye. The man here, if you can observe him, please. If you observe this man for 30 minutes, you will know he is not composed. We were watching him. He has said so many things about me. He has never had an experience of how to collect results. I sensed that the place was tense up, and that for my collation officers, being in their different collation center, something else could happen because some were hostage already. I was hearing several reports. I have to save their life by telling them to come over to the office. I put canopies for them. When he saw them collecting results there, from EC8A into EC8B, he said they were conducting election. He does not know the difference between conducting election and collecting election. How would I have carried 253 units to my office to be conducting election? It has never happened. That aside, the man seated here, when we finished, all the collation officers had finished their work by 6 p.m. We had all complete. This man spent more than 2 hours for one collation officer. He said they were not writing well. They have even the one, this one he said that has cancelled the result is a lie. He called that man and scolded the man that the result is dirty. If you see his result, you will not believe. This is a doctor of law. What he has put there is full of mutilation. This man does not know his left from right. Most times I keep telling him, do this, and he will be accusing me. Only God, being my witness here, knows that I never deprived the police of their money. I wish the people he called or the people there are here. I wanted to give the money to the DPO of police to pay. And they rounded me up that they don't want it like that. I used to do like that. I said, okay, because we were paying per unit. I couldn't go around. And I assigned that to my staff to do. And my staff was outside. They were crowding her. I told her to come in. And she came in, right in my office. She started paying. They came begging that they would travel the next day. So she was paying them. And I told them, I said, I don't like the way they bump into my office. That she should go and pay them in a smaller office there. And that they should be outside so that she can pay through the window. As I said that, they got angry, locked the door, used tear gas on me. And after that, the squad that was sent to guard me broke the door and took me out. As I turned, they gave me 2 gunshots that it was only God that saved me. As they shoot, it was passing me by. 3. And then before, in less than 5 minutes, the tear gas was everywhere. Soldiers came to help me. My chairman also came. When we were doing collation, as soon as the chairman walked in, she said, "Who is this? Go and sit down there. Why are you standing?" We didn't stop at that. Even the agents that came, he was insulting them. Anyone that stands up, he will follow the person. He will leave the table and follow. The man is not normal, please. I complained to my rep. I'm sorry for my use of word, but I complained that he should please change him.
Perhaps it's because of the tear gas that is behaving the way it's behaving now. Please, mind the words you use on my staff.
Sorry about that, but your staff has used enough bad words on me, which I didn't like. He said I connect with dogs. I don't know anything about talking.
All right,
I don't know anything about talking. I escalated it to my reg and even my supervisory reg.
We are ready to.
That I'm not safe with you. Those people are policemen. Those people are
We have heard you, madam. We have heard your own story too. I think that's okay.
Okay.
And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. This is the only local government I had a distress call. And actually I had to call the commissioner of police that the life of my staff was threatened. And the commissioner of police is here. I got a distress call from him. So I think that this issue, we'll discuss it later. Thank you. Yes, you can go. Yes, sir, you were standing. Go.
Thank you very much, Returning Officer.
Please, are we together?
This collation officer.
Please, are we together?
This collation officer collated this result, signed it, and gave copies to all the party agents. When he was speaking, he said he was forced to sign it. Somebody who is under distress, the way he presented it, could not have collected this result. Very clean copies, no mutilation, nothing. Look at it and see. This is my own copy. There was no cancellation there, not even a line. And he signed it and wrote his name.
Is your result different from the one I have?
This is Orumba not.
Thank you.
I don't know, you can see, please. This is Orumba not. Code 04, local government area, Orumba not.
Please, sir, can you make your point?
No, what I'm saying is that this collation officer was hired to destroy this result. That's what I'm telling you. There's no way you can conduct an election and enter this result like this and sign it and share it to agents. Then you come here to tell us that there was no election in that local government. How did these figures come out? These figures he entered in this collation sheet. Yes, this is my observation. And it will be very unfair if anybody listens to him, because he has made this result and signed it and shared. His name is there, his signature is there, he's a lawyer. And nobody told me about these things, this cock and bull story he gave you here. My party agent never told me there was a problem. My party won this election here, clearly. 4,000, by his own recording, 4,826. Every party got its figures neatly. So what I suspect that has happened is that somebody who lost this election hired him to destroy this result so that we'll go for a repeat. There's nothing to sustain this story he told here. Even his ego has disagreed with him. So he's not somebody you can regard as an honest person. He's an embarrassment to Unical. I'm telling you that. This is my firm statement on this result.
Thank you.
What should happen to this result?
I've
If
heard
you have
your
any problem,
comments
go
and
to court
noted
and
them.
prove it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Comments, observations noted.
Very briefly on the issue of this.
Please, I think we are done with that. I have already received it. I have already collected all your documents, so you can go. You can go. Thank you. Next local government, please. Oh, on this again? Okay.
Thank you. And I don't think that distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic, Senator of the Federal Republic, Omadike Ndibo.
Excuse me, sir. You are not recognized.
Omadike
Please,
Ndibo,
sir.
I am
Please,
the
sir,
one
you are
that
not
has the floor,
recognized.
please. Thank you,
You've
ma.
spoken. Allow someone else to speak.
Thank you, ma, for your protection. There's obviously no doubt that we have an issue of he said, she said happening here between the coalition officer and the DEO. That being the case, I do not think, and I'm not the originator or the author of the following statement: no blood, no life of any Nigerian is worth any election. Not at all. If the coalition officer believed that his life was in danger, he was the one that was there. He was the one that was threatened. With all due respect, I was not there, the distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic was not there, and other people were also not there. So I will urge INEC to look seriously into this and understand that there is no contest here. Thank you.
Noted. Thank you, agent of PDP.
My name remains Dr. Alex Obiobolu. I listened carefully to what the
Use
coalition...
the mic, please.
I'm using the mic. I listened very carefully to what he said. And I was able to distinguish that what he was talking about was that during collation, not during the election, but during the collation, he realized that the 8 Bs were mutilated. So 8C can be a clean copy, but the issue is that it does not disemphasize the fact that the 8 Bs were mutilated. And in such a situation, the right thing will have been...
Please, sir, can we have peace?
In such a situation, the right thing...
Agent of ABGA, please, sir. Can you just allow us have peace, sir?
The right process will have been to call for the 8As. And because what is mutilated is the 8B. He could have gone back to collate the 8As, doing the work of what the World Coalition officers ought to have done. Because this will have helped this process and make it more transparent than panic and disagree among themselves. So I'm begging of you that we call for the 8As. Because if I knew this, I would have called for my 8As here. But what I saw is the 8B copies.
Thank you. I said earlier that we're going to look at this.
Please.
And we're going to discuss it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your information. Are you a party agent?
Obumneke Jinkonyo Kabo is my name, National Rescue Movement. I wouldn't like to take much of our time. I align my statement with that of PDP agent. Thank you.
Thank you.